Welcome back to the Crypto's Key conversation. There's a lot going on. Obviously, we have Bitcoin Miami 2022 that's been happening. There's a lot of information that's been coming out from there. In this video, we're going to cover Johnny Deaton and Empower Oversight and a little bit what's going on with Ripple versus SEC and kind of the involved members in this whole ETHgate or Ethereum free pass stuff. So we're going to be looking at Empower Oversight's tweet threads, a couple of Johnny Deaton tweet threads, and we're also going to take a look at Digital's perspectives. He put up a great video here from Fox Business where Johnny Deaton went on and had a conversation here, which was extremely massive, kind of in a concise version, kind of laying out, the shady stuff that's been happening in regards of the SEC's behavior and their actions within the space, and then especially attacking Ripple and the XRP holders. And then we're going to come and take a look at this update from CNBC. Tesla Block and Blockstream team up to mine Bitcoin off solar power in Texas. And then this one too from Watcher Guru News is McDonald's, Starbucks, Chipotle, Walmart take the orange pill, now pay with Bitcoin, which is pretty positive. So coming over here to the CoinGecko, looking at the market cap, we're currently sitting at $2.06 trillion market cap, currently down 2% for the day. And as you can see, that we're seeing a sea of red here. So obviously, if we come over here to the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, we're back in this fear range. So there's been a lot of selling off, a lot of a lack of expectations in regards of good news or hype that's been coming out. So it's been affecting the markets. Who knows? We still got to end to this Bitcoin conference. It could be something massive, a massive bombshell coming out or something. Who knows what's going to really ignite the market? But we're back in this fear range at 37. And as you see, we were just at neutral just last week. So coming over here, Bitcoin's currently sitting at 42,408. And then as you can see, there's just red. Not too many greens. Let me see in the 24-hour. Yeah, very small gainers. Obviously, Near Protocol has some updates. You guys can check it out. But that's kind of where we're sitting at. So coming over here to the topic of discussion, Empower Oversight, which is a great group that's going after pretty much the ethics and pretty much holding these government agencies accountable. They're really going after the SEC for the Freedom of Information Act stuff. So it says, the documents show that SEC Ethics Office cautioned former SEC official William Hinman that he had a direct financial interest in Sampson Thatcher, yet Hinman continued to meet with the firm in spite of these warnings. Hinman met with Josh Boney, a partner at Sampson Thatcher, at least 3 times after the warning. Hinman also met with the co-founders and investors in Ethereum ahead of market-moving speech he gave in 2018 declaring the digital asset Ether to not be a security. And he says all these released emails can be found in a full link below, so you can come and take a look at it. But I came over here, and I'm just going to pull this up real quick so you can kind of see, you can kind of pause it and kind of read through that. And then you can kind of read through that as well. So let me come back here real quick. Oh. Let me go back. I just screwed myself there. All right, we're going to continue on. So anyways, Johnny Dean's kind of touching on kind of what's going on. So right here it says, this is from Crypto Law, says the latest Hinman emails released this morning by Empower US and will post our findings on Crypto Law US, which is already clear. However, is that Hinman flagrantly violated explicit SEC ethics guidance while in office. It says it doesn't pass the smell test, taste test, or sight test. Flagrant violations. I bet he claims now he did not know his law firm was a member of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance when he gave his speech. That's as true as someone claiming I have a thick illustration head, or excuse me, illustrious head of hair, where he's talking about himself because he's bald. But anyway, Tag XRP had put some right here. It says, in Bill Hinman's deposition, he answered no when asked if the Ethereum Foundation or Consensus were clients of Sampson Thatcher. Simpson joins the EEA just 3 months after Hinman joins the SEC. Yeah, I'm going to call a big fat BS. So obviously we know there's a lot of shady behavior, and Hinman's involved in a lot of it. And I hate that I lost my place right here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me go back to Johnny Deaton real quick. I want to pull this up because I liked it. Yeah, so pretty much what he says, in today's divided times, it's refreshing to see how decentralized community has come together to maintain integrity and transparency from a government agency. Empower oversight efforts are 100% independent of mine, Crypto's Law US, or the 66,127 XRP holders who demand a fair playing field. So obviously, yeah, you can see there's a decentralized community coming together to fight the good fight for what's right. So continuing on here, Johnny Deaton says, we must add Sullivan and Cromwell. It doesn't matter whether they technically signed as a member of the EEA because they represented Lubin and Consensus and was working to help the EEA grow. The goal was to empower all enterprises on the Ethereum blockchain. All says it all. So it's crazy. We're going to continue on here. He says, Hinman didn't just have retirement benefits. He had an ongoing financial interest in the success of Simpson Thacher. The better his law firm did, the better he did. Helping clients equals money for EEA, the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. It says, ethics told him not to meet with his partners, yet he continued. He was a double agent. So you can come in here, pause the screen and kind of read through this and take a look at kind of what's going on here to kind of familiarize yourself and update yourself. This is crazy stuff here. XRP Crypto said, why didn't the SEC ethics office stop William Hinman from meeting with Simpson Thacher since they knew it could come back on the entire agency one day? And then this person says they can strongly advise him, but they can't physically restrain him. Yeah, true. Right here. So Johnny Dean also says, to all the people who called me and my 66,000 friends conspiracy theorists, take this. Bill Hinman violated basic rules involving ethics. This is much bigger than the standard revolving door at the SEC. If his June 14, 2018 speech was his personal opinion, he violated Title V. There you go. And I like this here. Brad Garland House right here. Whether that's a mimosa or whatever's in that, but that's actually, it goes quite well with kind of what's going on. Obviously, there's a lot of strength within Ripple's position within the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. So speaking of John Deaton, Digital Perspective have put this up, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, but this was his interview with Fox Business, and I think he did a great job of kind of illustrating what's going on in a very concise 4 minutes and 30-second video. So let's take a listen in.
2022 open in Miami today, unveiling a cool version of Wall Street's bull. Now, there's a lot of excitement, and of course, it's not just Bitcoin, but this entire crypto space. Although someone forgot to tell the market today, golly, they're taking it on the chin. I want to bring in crypto law founder John Deaton. And John, I want to get into some of the legal hurdles and the government challenges, but just your initial thoughts on the deep penetration that crypto is having around the world. I mean, there's unbridled excitement, and it just seems to be catching fire more and more each day, doesn't it?
It does, Charles. Thank you for having me. I think the excitement and the optimism actually stems from the lack of faith that we have in our government-controlled fiat system. When you think about it, Charles, what is fiat today? It's debt. The U.S. dollar I have in my pocket, there's a promise from the government that it's going to have a certain value. The same government that has printed 80% of all U.S. dollars in the world's existence in the last 2 years. And when you're in a faith-based system, that doesn't generate a lot of faith.
That's
and
true.
I think cryptocurrency is the alternative to that system.
So this week, the SEC chair said that crypto platforms should be registered and regulated like exchanges. Then this morning, I'm not sure if you saw the Janet Yellen testimony in Congress. It was nuts. All these lawmakers getting up and dragging crypto through the mud, associating it with Russia and criminal activities. I mean, it really does feel like they're going to do whatever they can to derail this thing. Can they achieve that?
They could try, but they're ultimately going to fail. Sounds like they're threatened, doesn't it? Gary Gensler has waged a war on crypto. All right, for example, he says that the crypto platforms, the Coinbases and the Krakens of the world, these digital exchanges, that they need to be regulated. They need to register with the SEC. But Charles, the only reason they would register with the SEC is if they were selling securities. When they go to Gary Gensler and say, hey, I've got 70, 80 tokens on my platform. We don't believe they're securities. Which one do you believe are securities? We'll take them off the platform. Gary Gensler's response is, we won't give you advice. You just need to come in and register anyways. That's not a system that works because he wants to allow vagueness. He doesn't want to give guidance because if he gives guidance, companies can comply. He wants to engage in this regulation by enforcement. And it's got to stop. As far as the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, doubt about criminal and illicit activities, the FBI, the CIA, they've all come out and said they hope that criminals use the blockchain. It's a public distributed ledger. You'd have to be a moron to engage your criminal enterprise on Bitcoin or any of these other cryptos.
Now, you represent, from what I read, at least 66,000 holders of Ripple, a decentralized payment platform that allows for secure, instant financial transactions around the world. What is the beef here? Why is the SEC trying to shut this down?
Well, Charles, we did something that's never been done. We actually went into court. We petitioned the court and said, we want to be named as defendants in this case. And the judge, in her opinion, said, in a non-family situation, this has never happened. Who goes in and says, sue us too? Because they effectively did. When the SEC filed this case against Ripple and its two executives in December of 2020, they didn't just go after them. They attacked every single XRP holder because they're going with this absurd claim that all XRP, even XRP traded in the secondary market with no connection to Ripple, that they're all unregistered securities. Charles, they're saying this despite the fact that for 8 years it traded publicly in the United States. They're saying this despite in 2015, the U.S. government, FinCEN, declared XRP a virtual currency. And despite the fact that every foreign government, the UK, Japan, Switzerland, Singapore, United Arab Emirates, every foreign government that's looked at this token has declared it a non-security. Yet our SEC is stating otherwise.
John, I got to tell you, people love you. You've done an amazing job. And I can tell you just from your first appearance here, I can see why. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So, I mean, clearly this video has been heavy with Johnny Deaton's, perspective on things, kind of what he's been doing in regards of being on this interview. Obviously, he is the leader of the XRP army in regards of the class action lawsuit, which is absolutely massive. And I wanted to pay my dues to him and, show my gratitude and appreciation because he has been doing great work, truly representing the entire industry. And it's not just about the XRP holders. This is the entire industry. But one thing that I wanted to bring up was the fact that he was saying this has never happened before. For us, over 66,000, XRP holders to come in and say, hey, sue us too in a non-family situation case. And to go against the SEC, who was supposed to be set out to protect us. I know the judge was probably like, what the heck is going on? But it's like, this is crazy that this is actually what has to take place for things to be fair and just and right in regards of this space. It's crazy. But moving on from that, some updates from CNBC here. It says Tesla, Block, and Blockstream team up to mine Bitcoin off solar power in Texas. So looking at the key points here, it says Blockstream and Jack Dorsey's Block, formerly Square, are breaking ground on a solar and battery powered Bitcoin mine in Texas using solar and storage technology from Tesla. Tesla 3.8 megawatt solar PV array and 12 megawatt hour mega pack will power the facility. So we're going to keep tabs on kind of what's going on here, but that's quite intriguing there. Coming over here, I wanted to end with this. I didn't want to make this video too long, but this is from Watcher Guru News. It says McDonald's, Starbucks, Chipotle, Walmart to take the orange pill, now pay with Bitcoin. So coming down here, it says McDonald's and Walmart will accept Bitcoin as a form of payment via Lightning Network. And then down here, it says Starbucks and Chipotle will accept Bitcoin as a form of payment via Lightning Network. So this is a lot of positivity coming within the space in regards of, Bitcoin and just awareness with Bitcoin and crypto. So a lot of positivity. So I'm curious to see where things are going to go, in the next days to weeks in this market. Obviously, we're having some downtimes here. If I come back over here and refresh this, still sitting at a 2.06 trillion on market cap, currently down 2.1%, a lot of red. So I'm curious to see how things are going to be at the end of this weekend here when Bitcoin, the Bitcoin conference on Miami ends. All the news is out there and kind of things start to kind of settle. See where things are. With all that being said, stay strong out there. Be safe.